Gates are back and they're on their journey. A little bit of jostling towards the middle of the picture there. Towards the inside, Ogilvy is right there, just being restrained as Secret Service picks it up. Bank the Cash is also on the prowl. Beluga Berry, Yellow Cap is deeper out. Ogilvy. Then we drop back to Gold Chalice as the race past the 1500 metres zone. Samsonite, the money man, midway back, and now Bank the Cash takes a hold of the bridle and says, catch me if you can. Bank the Cash and Jason Gates pour on the pressure and the speed, and they get away by 5. Beluga Berry's getting into second, Secret Service racing away third, Ogilvy's on the outside. Samsonite, Gold Chalice, 7-8 lengths off the leaders. The Money Man is towards the inside, just gets a niggle or two to stay in touch with them, the Money Man. Warriors Stone, Spice Roads, Kudiari's a long way back. 700 to go, Bank the Cash. Rider had a look over his shoulder, 3 lengths to the good. Beluga Berry freewheeling in second, the Yellow Cap, Secret Service at the paint. Ogilvy, Gold Chalice, reminders for Samsonite. The Money Man's going to go towards the inside, Spice Roads. But at this stage, Bank the Cash has built up a 5-length advantage. Beluga Berry's away second, Gold Chalice. Towards the inside, the Money Man. Bank the Cash coming to the 200, still with a commanding lead. Bank the Cash, head twisted coming to the 150. The Money Man is running on, but it's Bank the Cash in command, and you can do that. Bank the Cash, not for the catching by 3. The Money Man second, Samsonite third, Spice Roads ran fourth. Here's Bank the Cash, Stephen Chetty and the Smiths, and I know they've been very, very patient with this fella. He's loaded with ability, but he's got his issues. Frank Robinson does very well with him, and this son of Bankable, in the past, he's flipped in the gates, he's refused to load, he's done a number of things. They've had to be very patient, but today when Jason Gates let him oil, you can bank the cash. The Money Man second, Samsonite third, and then came Spice Roads. Bank the Cash. Easy as you like. 12.90 the win. 4 rand the place. Bank the Cash. He led them a merry dance. He burst away. You'll notice just at about the 200, he'll just seem to twist his head sideways. There you see he takes a little bit of an awkward stride, and that's when the rider's just trying to gather his reins and give him a smack or two and bank the cash. He might have just thought for a stride or two of turning it up, but then Jason Gates puts the stick down, takes the pressure off, and bank the cash gets the seal of approval. Bank the Cash. Back to the studio.
Nice to have Stephen Chetty on course with his dad. Well done to Neil Smith as well with the son of Bankable, 5-year-old, 2-time winner prior to this, but he'll now make it 3. And first things first, let's ask Frank about the plan. I see Glenn's also here, just having a word with the owners as well. You sent him down to Glen for a few runs in Cape Town.
Look, what happened was he was playing up badly at the gates, and we couldn't get him right. So I thought I'll send him to Glen and I'll let that horse whisperer work with him down there. And look, he done a great job. Obviously, I must thank Glen a lot. The horse came back in great shape. Funny enough, he had 3 runs and he was never ridden right. He was tucked in all the time fighting, and I said to Glenn, you've got to let this horse bowl. He likes to just bowl, but the jocks just caught it wrong, and they got stuck in pockets and they couldn't get out when they wanted to. So anyway, we brought him back, and I thought he might just need it tonight, but he has better class than these horses, and he behaved nicely. So obviously thanks to Glenn, they sorted that out there with with the horse whisperer down there, and he behaved nicely. He went in last and he jumped. The kid rode exactly what I wanted. I said, you just let him stride, don't restrain him. He's got to get the horses off the bit round the bend so that they battle to get to him. He done that perfectly. Now, his horse is loaded with ability. If we can just get this pens right with him now, but he behaved beautifully tonight. So I think he's got a few more left in him.
If you needed the run today, there's lots to work with as well, Frank.
Yeah, and he stays very well, but he has to go to the front and he has to get them off the bit, because if he goes slow, then they'll outsprint him. And the kid rode a perfect race, so I was happy with that, once again, obviously, thanks to Stephen and the guys, Glenn, obviously, and nice plan come together.
Anything else from your side later on?
I think Astroman's a big runner. Both are big runners there, Son of Silver and him. And that Philima on the fourth, she's won a good maiden last time. It's obviously hard, but she won very well, and I think she'll improve.
She looks like a filly on the up, the way she quickened last time out to win the maiden.
Yeah, she's quite a light filly, so she's going to get better as time goes on. But her work is decent at home, so include her, you know.
Thanks for that, Frank.
Thanks very much.
Well done. Let's get young Jason Gates in. And Jason, come through, my man. Well, everything worked out according to plan. You know, the instructions were given from the trainer, and you obviously, went to the track positive with the front-running tactics, and it's paid off handsomely.
Yeah, so Mr. Robinson gave me the instructions. That's him to thank for the winner. So I also would just like to thank him for the ride, and Mr. Chetty, and him. Just thanks so much for everything. I appreciate the ride and the win.
Well, you're still learning, judging pace, going to the front, what fractions to be set. At any stage, do you think you were going too quick?
So I knew that I had the claim 4, and he's a big horse, so he gallops, and the other horses, it just, I knew if I had the lead on them and quite a gap, that he'll finish off nicely. So.
Was he tiring in the latter stages, or he just ducked out left?
No, see, I think I dropped my reins a little bit, but as I said, so I'm still learning, so... he ran a very good race, and thanks for everything.
Well, it's a positive ride from you, Jason. You're learning your trade now. How many winners thus far for you?
I'm on 5 now, sir.
Well, you're getting closer to that double-figure mark. You got some nice rides later on. You would have had a look at the fields. You like anything else later on?
I was in the last, sir, and maybe Bunbury also has a little chance, sir. No, I have a few good chances today.
Well, it's all about gaining confidence, whether it's in front of the camera or on the racehorses in the race. I wish you well and keep up the good work.
Thanks so much, sir.
Well done to young Jason Gates. So let's get Stephen Chetty in. We meet again, Stephen. Well, the plan to take him down to Cape Town didn't work out exactly to plan, but the fact is the horse came back, more well-behaved.
Yes, Dees, that's correct. We tried Cape Town. Unfortunately, that didn't help, and things didn't work out there. But if you don't try, you'll never know. Frank had a bit of confidence that if he goes down to Cape Town, he should do well there. Look, that didn't work out. And unfortunately, Neil had enough, and he bailed out when we brought him back to Durban. So sad that Neil had to bail out, and now he comes to Durban and he wins for us. But we're very happy with it. And thanks to Frank, he brought the horse on nicely when he came back from Cape Town. And we were more concerned today about whether he will jump or not. And I can tell you one thing, if he didn't jump today, that was going to be it for him.
Sure.
So, we weren't confident that he is going to win, because as I said, the concern was whether he's going to jump or not. And I think the starters, compliments to them. We had a huge fight with them when he last ran in Scottsville, because he got in there and then he played around. He's a very temperamental horse. He gets very frustrated standing in the pins. So today they done a sterling job. They sent him in last, and I think that did the trick.
Now, you used to these close finishes. When I have a look at some of the winners of you had, a horse that comes to mind is Nicholas, close finishes. Now, this horse has won by an absolute street, so you were making your way down from the grandstand to the number 1 box when they turned into the straight.
Yeah, these, we don't like to be so confident. It's nice to see them go past the winning post. Watching a video a few days back, and the horse was miles away, and then the jockey fell off at the start. At the finish. So you don't want to be running down to the first box. You'll never know what happens.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Yes. But well done to Jason. Frank gave him good instructions, and he listened well. And he rode a sterling race, so we're very happy all round. And well done to Frank. He's now a partner in this horse, so I think it makes a difference when you get a trainer as a partner.
Sure.
Yeah, so thanks very much, Dees, and we hope we can see this horse in the winner's box more often.
Well, you've persevered and it paid off, young man. Well played, yes, Stephen.
Thank you so much, Dees.
Lovely. Stephen Chetty and Frank Robinson, number 1, Bank the Cash. If you go to Quartet 1, 2, 3, and 6. Up next, it's pick 6 time. I mentioned a 200,000 Rand sweetener to the pool, 1835, 25 to 7. Estimated pool, 1,100,000 Rand. That's up next, race number 3.